Welcome back, history enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a truly fascinating and pivotal moment in World War II, the Battle for Moscow and the defeat of Operation Barbarossa. This is a story of resilience, strategic genius, and the turning point that would shape the entire war in the Eastern Front. We'll explore the reasons behind the German failure, the harsh winter, and the Soviet counteroffensive that caught Hitler's forces by surprise. Trust me, you won't want to miss this gripping tale of conflict and determination. So, sit back, relax, and let's embark on this captivating journey together. And before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Now, let's get started. The prelude to war human history is marred by countless conflicts, some of which leave indelible marks on the collective memory of nations. One such conflict is the Battle for Moscow, a pivotal event during World War II that proved to be a turning point in the European theater. To understand the significance of the battle, one must first delve into the origins and execution of Operation Barbarossa, the German invasion of the Soviet Union. In the late 1930s, tensions between Germany and the Soviet Union were escalating. The Nazi regime, under the leadership of Adolf Hitler, had set its eyes on expanding its territorial dominion in Eastern Europe. The Soviet Union, under the rule of Joseph Stalin, had also sought to extend its influence across the region. However, ideological differences and geopolitical aspirations created an inevitable clash between these two superpowers. In August 1939, the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact was signed, a non-aggression treaty between Germany and the Soviet Union. This seemingly improbable alliance allowed both nations to pursue their interests without immediate conflict. Behind closed doors, however, both Hitler and Stalin harbored ambitions that would eventually lead to a catastrophic confrontation. On June 22, 1941, the German war machine launched Operation Barbarossa, a massive military campaign aimed at crushing Soviet resistance and seizing control of the vast Soviet territories. The invasion involved approximately 4 million troops, supported by thousands of tanks, aircraft, and artillery pieces. Hitler, convinced of swift victory, believed that the Soviet Union would crumble under the weight of the German onslaught. The initial stages of Operation Barbarossa were characterized by a lightning-fast German advance. Soviet defenses were caught off guard, their armies ill-prepared for the sheer magnitude and ferocity of the German assault. Panzer divisions swiftly encircled Soviet forces, cutting off supply lines and isolating entire armies. The Luftwaffe, Germany's air force, dominated the skies, relentlessly bombing Soviet cities and military installations. As the German offensive pushed deeper into Soviet territory, capturing key cities and industrial centers, the Soviet Union faced a dire predicament. The Red Army, plagued by poor leadership, inadequate training, and a lack of coordination, struggled to mount a coherent defense. Stalin's purges of the military's top echelons in the years preceding the war had severely weakened the Soviet command structure. However, the Soviet Union possessed one crucial advantage that would ultimately prove decisive: its vastness. The sheer size of Soviet territory, coupled with its brutal winter climate, posed immense challenges for the German invaders. Supply lines stretched to the breaking point, and the harsh Russian winter took a heavy toll on the ill-equipped German troops. This would prove to be a turning point, as nature itself joined the fray, dealing a blow to the seemingly invincible German war machine. As the German advance slowed and eventually stalled, the Soviet Union started to regroup and mount a fierce counteroffensive. Soviet reserves were mobilized, and troops redeployed from the Far East bolstered the front lines. The battle for Moscow was on the horizon, and the fate of the Soviet Union hung in the balance. In conclusion, the battle for Moscow was not merely a clash of armies but a battle of ideologies, ambitions, and survival. The German invasion, meticulously planned and executed, initially seemed unstoppable. However, as the harsh Russian winter set in and Soviet resilience came to the forefront, the tide began to turn. The stage was set for one of the most critical battles in history, a battle that would determine the fate of nations and shape the course of World War II.